Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to confirm that I'm going to be the head coach of Sandbox Gaming, which makes me the first foreign head coach in LCK history, which is, to a lot of people, a big shock. Understandable, the first one is always going to be a big shock. It comes with a lot of pressure, and I don't mind that pressure at all because I'm there to do a job. I'm there to get the most out of the players, and I think Sandbox giving me this opportunity, I'm incredibly grateful, incredibly honored because they do have the right resources to create something very successful. They have great players. I have great assistant coaches, and I think we definitely can do some damage in the LCK. And moving to Korea, I've always been a big fan of the culture in terms of how they perceive esports and the history, the coaching that has been around for such a long time in Korea is something that I have great respect for, and I think I'm flipping the page, going to the next chapter in my life where I know that I will learn so much and become a stronger coach every single day. And I think this is definitely the right step for me personally that I needed to make in order to, feel good about my trajectory. It comes with a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility. We've already began practice, and for now I'm working remotely, which is obviously not optimal due to COVID-19. But we are working on the visas, and soon I will be united with the players after a quarantine period, of course, where I'm gonna be stuck in a room for 2 weeks, which should be okay. I don't mind that too much. That's not any different from my current lifestyle, let's be honest. I know a lot of people have questions, or how are you going to communicate with them? How are you going to approach the culture and so forth? And I could sit here and try to convince you of how I'm going to do it, but honestly, what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that? I'm going to let my players speak for me. You can point any fingers if things look bad or something. Just point fingers. No worries, point fingers at me. I don't mind that at all. It comes with a lot of pressure, and I accept that. I know that there's a lot of people that doubt, which is fuel for me. There's a lot of players and people that support me, which is even greater fuel for me. But I'm gladly informing you that my tank is full. I am ready to go. I'm ready to put my blood, sweat, and tears into this project, and I know that the players and the rest of the staff is going to, do the same thing. They are hungry, they are motivated, and we have, honestly, just the right circumstances to create history here. With this being said, of course, I am stepping away from the LEC, which is, it saddens me, but it is what I needed to do for myself, which I'm sure everyone can understand. I'm sure everyone on the LSC broadcast can understand. I will forever cherish the memories that we've created during this time. It honestly flew right on by. It wasn't the best year to go into freelancing, if I'm going to be completely honest, due to COVID-19. So there's not much traveling or much events going on, so there wasn't a lot of work to do. But working with the staff, the beautiful thing about the LEC talent and honestly the production team, the teams that take care of the grounds, the people that the security, the referee team, everyone that is a part of the LEC, there's so many names and people that you might not ever meet because they're not in front of the camera, but there are no bad apples. There is honestly no bad apples, and I don't know how they piece together such a wonderful group. It is amazing when, in a lot of cases, for example, in my position, I was an analyst and a color caster, right? So I had competition, but I'd never felt like it. Everyone was genuinely supporting each other, giving each other positive feedback and pushing each other to become better. Everyone genuinely cared about each other. And that, to me, is amazing. That is amazing, and I think it should be known. the heart of everyone is just honestly so warming, just to think about it. And there's going to be a lot of memories that I'm always going to cherish, and it's been an absolute pleasure and an honor to have the opportunity. I made the deal with Trevor in the beginning, and he told me that he's almost certain that at some point I'm going to get away. I wasn't so sold at the time. I was so eager to jump into the LEC thing because I like to focus on what's in front of me, and now it's time for me to flip the next page. So I wanted to thank everyone on the LEC broadcast, the fans, the talent team, the production team, the video production team, the security, the referee team. Honestly, there's so many teams behind this project and product to make it as good as it is, and everyone is just so good, so damn good, There was the whole COVID thing, and everyone rose to the challenge. And we still delivered a fantastic product, which is honestly super difficult. I just talk like the same way I do now. I'm just talking. It's not it's not that difficult. And so I wanted to put some light on that too. As for my YouTube channel, I wanted to thank Thorin, because at the beginning, when I jumped into freelance, I wanted to do as many things as possible. I wanted to be a host, I wanted to be an analyst, I wanted to be a caster, I wanted to be as useful as possible and at the same time create content. So you guys have seen over the last few months, I posted a lot of videos. Thorin, at the beginning when I jumped into it, gave me a lot of great advice and definitely made the process a lot easier for me. So I wanted to thank him. Content creation is fun. I am used to working like 16 hours a day. So it's like doing LEC, doing content at the same time. It was just natural. If I just did the LEC, it wouldn't be that many hours, and that would kind of drive me insane. So I wanted to just take over everything. And I did a lot of content. It was a lot of fun, but obviously the content cannot continue in the same capacity. There will be a conflict of interest. Yes, there will be a conflict of interest. I cannot make patch rundowns. I cannot make, I cannot discuss other champion picks or talk about drafts or do things like this. There's a clear conflict because all my knowledge needs to go into Sandbox Gaming. So that goes without saying, but the AMAs will continue. Sometimes we will talk about still LEC things that are happening in the LCK, and the AMAs will continue, and I'll gladly answer your questions. We'll do some videos here and there, maybe some streams here and there, but I can't promise anything because honestly, the way I see it is that I'm going to go to Korea to work, honestly, 16 hours a day, because this is what is going to be necessary, and that is what I'm preparing myself mentally for, and that is just a part of it, I love coaching so much. I love the pressure so much. I love the responsibility even more. I love being a part of the growth of players in some capacity, just seeing them even after I'm done working with players and they move on to the next team and so forth. Just following their growth is something that I cherish super much, and I am very excited about the opportunity that I have in front of myself. Another thing is, I remember back in 2015, that was my first year as a coach. I coached Major Makers first, and there was a lot of issues there, right? I don't need to go into that. I coached Rocket, which was a team that was in relegation, and we almost qualified to the World Championship, but we lost to Origin in the regional qualifier 3-2, which happens. Origin was a great team. This was the Origin that went to semifinals at the World Championship, which was okay. I went to the World Championship as an analyst, and I was on the analyst as with Monte Cristo, and he told me that in Korea there's a lot of big names, a lot of great coaches that have been around the scene for so long. They have such a great wealth of experience, and he told me that that could be me. That could be me. Right now, you're the OG. You begin now here in season 5 in League of Legends. Western coaching is becoming a real thing, and you're a part of the OGs. And if you continue working hard and you just try to perfect your craft and you continue to improve, then you'll be one of those OGs. And that has stuck with me for the longest time. I still remember, I have many fond memories of that analyst desk with Dash, Monte Cristo, and Crumbs, and Spawn, and many others that I might forget. I'm sorry. But that one sticks to me the most. So I'm, of course, in regards to the YouTube channel, not a lot of things are going to continue. And I think coaching is just my calling. It's just my destiny. This is what I was made for. Yeah. I'm also very fortunate, Alena, for some of you, she's called Tifa. She's also a Pro League of Legends player. Tomorrow, we're going to be together for 4 years, 16th May 2020, 4 years. I can't remember my life before I met her. And we're going to be, separate for a bit of time. I go to Korea during summer split, and later down the line, we'll figure it out, because having her move to Korea during COVID-19 is a bit too tricky, and we're going to take everything split by split. But she's been so incredibly supportive of my dreams and what I want to accomplish, and that means the world to me. That really, really means the world to me. She knows that I have a lot of crazy ideas about what I want to do in life and how I want to build a legacy, and that I'm going to do everything in my power to achieve that. And she has always helped me, and she's been very, very supportive of this endeavor too, of me coaching in Korea. And I wanted to also say publicly that I am very, very grateful of her. And the cats don't seem too happy. They are meowing at me, and they are sitting on my head while I'm sleeping, which is something that they always do, but I'm going to treat it as a sign that they are not so happy. I feel very, very blessed. Very blessed. I had the opportunity to work in the LEC, and now I have the opportunity to work in the LCK. I have a wonderful family, and I am so excited and motivated, and I'm sure we're going to do a lot of great things. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So thank you for watching this short rant. I'll see you guys in the next AMA video, but back to work for me, guys. All the best. If you sneeze during this video, bless you and bless your face. Take care. Bye-bye.